What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. So Trey has officially made a month. He was born on July 1st. It is currently October the 11th, if I'm not mistaken. So he's a month and about a week or two, going on 2 weeks. So he is definitely old enough. So now that I've had him for a month, I kind of just want to go over a couple of things. I want to go over some of the things that I use on a daily basis while I'm with him, and some stuff that you just need to have a child, stuff that you just need, and some things that I feel like a lot of other channels didn't go over. So first, let's talk about feeding. He is an strictly breastfed baby, so that means he only drinks breast milk, either latched on. Sometimes we do a bottle if I have something frozen, and I do freeze some so that if other people watch them, they can feed them too. So with that, it's a little bit more different than breastfed babies. So I'm gonna go over the things that I use while for feeding him. So first, if he's feeding how he is now, when he's latched onto the boob, I use this. This is a silicone manual pump. You kind of just hook it up to the breast with the nipple in the middle. Squeeze, it sucks the nipple in, and you leak in here. Your letdown goes in here. And for those guys who do not know what a letdown is, as he feeds on one boob, the other one tends to leak milk too, just because it's a reaction to your baby feeding on you. Both breasts leaks milk. So you kind of just want to catch all that milk that is leaked. You don't want nothing to leak. So this just catches all that. I cannot do an electric pump. For some reason, my child gets very jealous of the electric pump. As soon as I cut it on, he refuses to eat. He screams, he hollers, and he kicks the milk over. So I cannot do an electric pump, and it's really hard to feed with an electric pump. So I just find this quite easy. I just latch it on, and he eats. He eats, and then the other one just goes into there. So this is very good. This was $26 at Target, $27. I think with tax it might have went to like $30. So about $27 at Target. So then other than that, I use this. And these are just breast milk bags. After I pump, I pour it into here. Each bag holds about 6 ounces. You put a date and a time, because breast milk is only good for so long, just like regular milk. So you put a date and your time, and if it's sitting out, room temperature is good for about 4 to 6 hours. If it's in the refrigerator, it's good for about 4 to 6 days. Freezer, 4 to 6 months. And then deep freezer, I believe it's a year, if I'm not mistaken. That'll be something I have to look up again. I don't have a deep freezer, so I don't know the deep freezer manual. But I use these. And then I also use, this is the only bottle that I use. This is the Tommy Tippy bottle. And this is the only one that he'll take to. Most breastfed babies, from what I understand, takes to this bottle. It's really important to me. Once a week, I give him a bottle. Even if I don't give him, even if my family isn't helping or anything like that, and he doesn't need it because I'm here, I still give him a bottle once a week, because I don't want him to not be used to a bottle. So when other people do keep him, when I start working again, they won't have a hard time giving him a bottle. So this is really important that you give him a bottle once a week. Next for breastfed, I do have the Boppie. I do use the Boppie occasionally. At some point, once he was able to hold his neck up, we kind of just latch on however we latch on. If we're laying in the bed, we kind of just latch on laying down. How we're sitting here now, he kind of just lays his body out. My leg supports my arm and his head, and he just latches on. And sometimes we'll even do like a sitting up position latched on, where he's sitting straight up and his head is just leaned over, latched on. So once you get familiar with breastfeeding, it gets really easier to latch them on in any kind of position, really. So I kind of just wanted to go over a couple of things with breastfeeding and how it's been, my experience been. As soon as he came out, we latched him on immediately. He had a great latch. I had a great supply. And we haven't had no problems with breastfeeding. He didn't have tongue tie or lip tie, which makes it hard for babies to latch on and stay latched on. We didn't have no problems with that. He eats. He gets nice and chunky from the breast milk. Breastfed babies eat about every 2 hours. That is normal. Even at 1 year old, when they're eating solid food, they can still eat every 2 hours. They can still latch onto you every 2 hours. It's kind of just the baby's choice on, when they want to stop. But at 1 month, formula-fed babies, I know at about a month, usually they get fed every 4 hours. And that's because when you increase the formula, it's like it fills them up easier. Breast milk is kind of the same formula over and over again, and it's like it digests way easier. It digests within 90 minutes, so every 2 hours they tend to be a little hungry. When they go through growth spurts, which is usually about 1 month, 2 months, they go through a growth spurt and they get really hungry. So he eats about every 2 hours for the most part. Occasionally we go through 3, and at night he kind of sleeps for about 4 hours before he eats. So breastfed babies do eat every 2 hours. It hurts. The first month is the toughest month. It hurts. Your nipples start to crack, and you kind of just don't want to do it. You kind of just want to give them a bottle and call it a day. I've been there. I'm still kind of there, honestly, because it still kind of hurts sometimes when he latches on. But if you push through the first couple of weeks, it honestly gets so easy that like you could just it just comes natural. You can just pull it out and just put it in the mouth, and it's no pain, none of that. So a lot of people I know use a nipple cream. I don't. I've never used the nipple cream. I might rub some coconut oil on my nipples, but I don't use a nipple cream. I just feel like they're too thick and too creamy. A lot of people that I know also use breast milk on their nipple to help with the cracking and the bleeding. So you just kind of squeeze your tit a little bit, little milk comes out, you rub it across your nipple, let it dry, don't wipe it off, and it helps with the cracking. I've tried it once. I guess it helped. I don't know. I've never bled. I do crack, but I don't bleed. So I haven't had the worst of it as some people do. So but after the first couple of weeks, it gets so much easier, and it's a great bonding experience with your child. And I do recommend it. A lot of people don't know if they want to breastfeed or not. I recommend it 100%. If you can deal with the first few weeks, if you don't have any problems with your baby latching on or your milk supply, I recommend it. And if you do have a problem with your milk supply, they do have lactation cookies. So I got mine from Walmart. They was oatmeal raisin cookies. They was pretty good, but they supposed to help up your supply. After taking them for a while, after he was born, the first week or so, I would pump about 6 ounces each time I pumped. The second week, it went down to 1 or 2 ounces. In between 0 to 2 ounces each time I pumped. I tried the lactation cookies, and the first day I tried them, that night, I pumped 4 ounces. So they do help. You kind of have to be on a regular basis with them. And it's also really important to switch breasts when you feed your child. And if you don't switch breasts, then pump. How I use my silicone pump on one breast and he eats on the other one. And that keeps your supply up. It also keeps you from getting an infection in your breast because of the engorged and excess milk that's in it. So it's really important to remember that. But, if you don't have any problems and you can breastfeed, I recommend it 100%. It's been a great experience for me and Trey. And honestly, it's like we have a little connection with each other. And he's so comfortable with me. and it's great. And it also helps his development. He's in the 95 percentile, so he's able to do things that some 1-month-olds can't do. Lift his head, focus on things. He kicks his legs. He can roll over by himself. And some 1-month-olds can't even do that. So it increases his development as well. So other than that, I just want to go over a couple more things that I do use on an almost regular basis. Let's see. Of course, the pacifier. He has 2 pacifiers. He have this one, which is a regular pacifier, and he also has one that's shaped like a nipple. We tend to just use this one mostly. He usually only sleeps with a pacifier. During the day, he does not use them, so we use that mainly. I have not seen one YouTube family recommend one of these. So it's just a comfy little pad, and honestly, I have no idea why people do not recommend this. This is great because at the end of the day, if I want to lay him on a couch and sleep, I don't have to spread out a blanket or anything. I can just lay him right on this. It cradles him. It curls up on him. He feels so comfortable, so warm on it. It's portable. I take it to my family house, my mom's house, when my mom watches him at night. And I put him on, she's put him on this. And I also have a blanket with my scent on it that she uses for him too. And he sleeps throughout the night because at our house, he sleeps in the bed with us. We co-sleep. So, but in my mom's house, he has his own bassinet. He has his own crib here. We just co-sleep because that's what we choose to do. But at my mom's house, he has a bassinet, and he doesn't sleep well in it if he's not familiar with it. So he's not familiar with the scent. It tends to be a little cold because no other kids are there, so nobody else sleeps in it. So with this, he sleeps. It's warm for him. It has my scent along with the blanket with my scent. And he sleeps throughout the night in the bassinet. She's never had a problem with him sleeping in the bassinet. So that helps a lot. So I got that from Walmart I caught it on sale after Easter and was like, I'm going to just get one. And I think it was like $5. They have them still, even though it's not. This is just the Easter theme one. They have some that's not Easter theme. But I don't know how much the regular price of them is. Yeah, I don't. I would have to look it up and I'll post it for you guys in the description. So then I use this. And these are things that I feel like people just don't recommend enough. I use this little carrying thing. You hook them up to your chest and you can walk and you can do stuff. I don't even leave the house to use this. If he is crying and he just wants to be held and I have to do stuff, cook, clean, whatever, I put that on and I hook him up to my chest and he falls asleep. And I don't have to hold him. My hands are free. I'm able to move. I'm able to fold clothes, do anything that I need. I walk to the mailbox with him in that. He falls asleep and he loves it. I don't even leave the house to use this. So this is just an easy way for me to hold my child and still use my hands. So I don't know why people don't recommend this enough. I got this from, I believe, Target or Walmart for $20-something. Somebody else also got me one, but I gave that one to my brother because he just had a baby. So, and the Boppie, somebody got this for me. I do not remember how much it was. It's at Target or Walmart. You can just add it onto your registry. I don't know the exact price of it. And then the last thing that we use on a daily basis is a playpen, the little playpen where you can put the mat up high. And we use that when we're in the living room. If he's asleep, I'm not going to lay him on the pad and leave him on the couch because he can roll over now and I don't need him to roll over and fall. So I put this in his little playpen and I lay him down in the playpen for him to sleep. So if he rolls over, he doesn't fall or anything like that. So that's the way that if I'm in the living room or if I'm in the kitchen cooking, I can still keep an eye on him. He's still nearby. I can still hear him. So we do use that. We have a swing. I don't use my swing that often because he does not like to be on his back while he sleeps. So if we put him in a swing, it usually wakes him up immediately. So we really don't use that often. We use it probably maybe once a week, honestly. But other than that, that's really everything that I use on a daily basis while I'm here with me, while he's here with me. And that's really it. If you have a formula fed baby, of course it's going to be different. You're going to need more bottles. You're going to need cleaning stuff. It's just, with formula fed babies, it is different. I just know that for me, because he's breastfed, this is what I use regularly. So that's really it. That's really all that I have for you guys. So I'm going to finish feeding him. And I will say one thing, guys. If you guys are having a baby and you're a first-time parent, do not waste your money on fancy things like clothes and stuff like that. Get some onesies, nothing but all white onesies, or you can get onesies with little designs on them. Just make sure it's onesies. Diapers are the most important thing. Blankets, receiving cloths, receiving blankets. These are extremely important. You can swaddle in that, so you don't have to get the fancy Muslim swaddles. Really just one pacifier. If you're going to breastfeed, then a Boppie. If you're not going to breastfeed, you know, a Boppie can still come in handy. It's not a necessity, though. But don't waste your money on things that you don't need, because it's just better to spend your money on the stuff that you do need. It's better to stack up on diapers, stack up on wipes, and everything like that. Things that you need before you start to get the stuff that you don't need. So, and also, guys, if you are a first-time parent or first-time mom, I will say how I did it. I went to a church group. And it wasn't my church or anything like that. It was just a church that I found that helped with pregnancy, because I was a first-time mom. I wasn't working, and I just wanted to do something to help out and get out the house. So I went to this church group. I went to this pregnancy center, and we would watch a video, not even 30 minutes long each visit, and it corresponds with your doctor visits. So if you're going to the doctor once a month, then you go to the church thing once a month. If you go twice a month, then it's twice a month. And once a week, then once a week. So you go, you sit there, watch a video. They give you free diapers, free wipes. And then each time you go, you get like 10 little books. And here are my books, and this is the church group that I went to. It's called Lifeline Pregnancy Care Center. I will put their number and their website down below. But each time you go, you get 10 of these little books. And the way it works is, so if you're getting clothing, for every 4 pieces of clothing, it's 1 book. So if you get 10, you can leave there with 40 pieces of clothing. If you want something like they have diaper bags, they have breast pumps and diaper bags are free. You can get receiving blankets there. For 2 blankets, it's $1. You can get a swing from there. You can get the bathtub that you need for the baby. Each of those are about $10, so you can only get 1 item if you get 10. But you go so often that I still have these left over from my pregnancy. And yeah, I still have those left over from when I was pregnant. I don't have my next appointment with them after birth until next week on the 15th. So I went and I got clothes for my son all the way up until the age of 24 months. And until the age of 24 months, I have clothes for him. I don't have to buy another piece of clothing for him. Some of it is hand-me-down clothes, and then some of it is clothes that are new that they found on sale. And then the way it works is as he outgrows his clothes, like now he's out of his newborn clothes. So I'm taking all his newborn clothes back. And once you take them back, you can exchange them for another size, which I probably don't think I'm going to do because I have too many clothes for him already. But I don't know yet. I might just get my brother's daughter some clothes. I might just... You can do so much with it, guys. So I just recommend that, you know, to save money, if you guys have the time, then you guys can find a group, or if you want to go to the same church that I went to, a pregnancy center, somewhere that helps pregnant women, that you can just, it's just a way to save money. So it was what I did. The clothes are really nice. I've taken some nice pictures in those clothes. And, you know, you don't even know that it's hand-me-downs. You can get them, wash them, dry them, they're brand new basically. No, the baby doesn't know and other people won't know either. So that's just the way that I do. Hi, Stinkums. Alrighty, look who's awake. Trey, can you say hi to the camera? Can you say hi? I'll take that as a no. Can you say hi, Bubbles? Can you say hi for mamas? Come on. So that's really all that I have for you guys. That's really it. I will be posting a video probably once a week. I'm gonna tend to stick to the Mondays. We are in the process of moving. It is official, guys. If y'all have watched any of my previous videos, I've talked about moving out of the state of Texas for so long now, and it is finally official. We will be moving to, I'm not going to tell you where. I'm not going to tell y'all where, but look forward to it. We will be moving soon. We have a long drive ahead of us. Everything is official. I am packing at the moment. And I'm so ready, guys. I'm so ready. So look forward to it. I'm not telling you guys where. Y'all will see when that video comes.